Sorry, I keep doing that. This probably sounds awful through your headphones. Dude, I just think if people don't have 21s, they're like super poor. Welcome back to Custom Night Vision, the only source for bespoke night vision solutions. Today's video is going to be a two-parter. Two parts, one part, two part. You know what I'm saying? The first part's going to be some questions that you guys asked on Instagram, responding to the questions in our stories. I'm going to go through a lot of those and answer them, or kind of give you some information pertaining to your question and what we might do with that. The second part of this video is going to be some theoretical setups we put together based on budgetary constraints. So I'm going to jump right into the Q&A segment of this video. And I typed up a lot of them that weren't overly ridiculous. So the first question is RH25 or E-Cody? Well, I would ask, since this follower did not specify, are we talking about the infrared Jerry C type E-Cody, or are we talking about the really expensive one from Safran Optics? I like the Jerry C a lot. I think it's really good for the money. I also really like the RH25. It's very versatile. If you can only have one thermal, I would recommend going with the RH25 because there is so much you can do with it. I frequently use one as a handheld when we're out hunting. It's a great option and priced very competitively for the quality of that product, in my opinion. Second question was, what kind of vial axe can I do for panos? I mean, that's up to you, man. How much money do you have for therapy? The third question is best BMVD for combat environment. I answered this question in the stories, and I actually thought about this for a long time because we're big fans of, obviously, the 1431. The ARMVG or RMVG-A is new to the market, and I mean, I have no doubt that this is going to be an extremely durable and venerable housing, but again, it is new. It hasn't really been proven. Not a lot of people have taken them out and beat them up a whole lot. I ended up going with the Katana just because of the lightweight. It kind of checks all the boxes for most people. It's simple, it's lightweight, it has a lifetime warranty, and they're like, for something that's made out of a polymer, it's bomb-proof. You can't really go wrong with those. Question number 4, can you guys stress test the Tonto housing to see how strong they are? I would do it right now, but unfortunately, those are so popular, I can't afford to destroy one of those housings. As far as Tontos go, we sell them about as fast as we can get them. So yes, in the future we can probably do that. I'm sure the Nocturne guys have done that because they've done that with every one of their housings. They take them up in a drone and drop them from ridiculous heights. But I mean, if you want to elaborate on that and ask exactly what you want us to do to it, I can probably talk to the Nocturne guys about getting a demo housing just for destruction. Question number 5, how do you feel about T-Rex arms selling night vision? To be honest, I feel great about it. They have such a big footprint in this market, and they're doing a pretty good job putting out quality information around night vision and how to employ night vision. That's really good for all of us, so I think it's great. How do you plan to compete with larger companies? By just doing what we do, offering complete transparency, trying to provide as many of the products that people want as possible, and just providing excellent customer service. That's kind of like our business model. It always has been since the beginning. Does Finance and Maneuver actually buy night vision from you? Are they high spec tubes? Yes, they do buy night vision from us, and when Jordan calls me and says he needs a night vision unit for a giveaway, I build it just like I would a hand-selected unit for any other customer. I pick a really well-matched set of tubes and, you know, put it together with all the care and love that you can expect. How many hours of battery life does the Daisho offer with two Tontos? Without a battery pack in a single CR123, it's quoted at 24 hours of runtime. With a battery pack, they're estimating about 96 hours. So that's substantial. Is a purple filter on green phosphor tubes viable? Personally, I haven't used it, but yeah, I'm sure. I mean, people do all kinds of crazy stuff with those filters to get, you know, red phosphor and wild stuff. So yeah, it's great, man. As long as you can see in the dark, it works. If you have to choose one, night vision or thermal, which one would you choose? Man, that's real hard for me. I got a soft spot in my heart for night vision, but if I was gonna go out and be risking my life and I had to choose one, I think having a good quality thermal just for threat detection is probably more valuable than the advantages that night vision brings from a navigation standpoint. But for just about any other scenario, I would start with night vision and get a thermal later. When buying night vision, which specs are the most important? Signal to noise. I mean, if you just had to pick one out, I would say start there. And second, in my opinion, would be like just finding the cleanest tube possible. Even, you know, low spec tubes that are really clean can provide the user with a really good experience. Can you do a video on things that will damage your tubes permanently? Yes, this is one of the ones in the queue we've talked about. I need to talk to some people about securing some tubes that I don't mind destroying. So when I get all the stuff in my hands to do that, yeah, we'll do that, and it'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a cool video. Another video request on the most budget-friendly night vision and lasers with explanation on what makes more expensive options better. It's kind of what we're doing today. So yeah, we're gonna do that. In-depth review of individual laser systems. We kind of did a video on that, but we didn't have every laser that we wanted to test. And judging by the comments, a lot of people are upset that we used, not upset, but they wanted to see comparisons with all civilian powered lasers. And we'll do a video like that again. That one was actually fun to do and it looks super cool. Yeah, we should probably do more videos like that because they're fun to watch and it looks really good on camera. Driving tips in urban areas under night vision. I would say if you have a device that does not have manual gain, look into getting some kind of iris style device so you can limit the amount of light coming into the night vision, be it from street lights, headlights, etc. It's also going to give you a better depth of field when you're driving. So I would start there. I guess another tip is move your head around a lot because you're going to be sucked in a 40-degree field of view. You need to be physically turning your head, checking your mirrors, checking your blind spots a lot more than normal because you're losing a lot of peripheral vision. PID changes under night vision, color differences, lighting, etc. It's a very broad topic. I find that most people that spend time behind night vision, your brain starts to adjust in how it reconciles what it sees and interprets that as in your mind. If you want to get better at this, spend more time under night vision. Challenge yourself to try to find things in a tree line, try to find things in, you know, really dark shaded areas. Under night vision, you have a lot of ambient light that may not be visible with the naked eye. There's also going to be areas that are shaded from that ambient light that are going to look very dark in your night vision. If you practice this, you can get better at making out shapes even in those really lowly contrasted areas. It's kind of just an experience thing. Colors is a weird segment of that because depending on, like, especially when you're talking about fabrics, certain colors don't, like red doesn't always look the same frequency through night vision as anything red. Depending on the material, how it's washed, etc., it's going to look different because it has different IR absorbing characteristics, you know, from, you know, one kind of cotton to a synthetic or whatever. It gets very convoluted and very confusing. But at any rate, yeah, that's something we've talked about doing a video on as well. Clip-on night vision overview, differences at different magnification levels. I assume this is a video request. That is something that I would very much like to do. I'm trying to get into clip-on night vision devices myself. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We'll probably do that in the future. We've got a few CMV DLRs here. So if we get some time, we might do that. Differences between night vision housings. We've kind of done these videos. We did them early on. Now that there's some, you know, new housings out and some more coming out, we'll do further iterations of that and maybe put everything on the table and go just right down the line and do pros and cons, you know, head-to-head comparisons of all the big ones. Video on EBI and halo comparisons between different tubes. This is something that I want to do also. We're playing around with a few different camera and lens setups to try to find a way to make this viable, like something that actually shows up with enough authority on the camera to really say, you know, this is better than this or vice versa. And the final question was simply your feet. No, you can't see my feet, not for free anyway. Okay, the most frequent question we receive from potential customers has to be, what kind of night vision unit should I buy, or can you help me select the components to put together a complete night vision system? So what I did was I went through our website and I basically filled my cart up with items, and I try to stick around a certain price point. Okay, so the first bundle, if you will, on the table is this one right here. Now this is for the customer that's trying to stay in and around the $3,500 mark. I think that the total on this order right here would be, theoretically, this is with no promotions or discount codes or anything. I just did everything. It's full price on the website right now. Today is July, I don't know, July 10th or something, 2023.
It's August.
Oh, August. Sorry. Well, yeah, August. 351812. And this order includes a Team Wendy bump helmet. This is the LTP. I think all the sizes and colors are the same size. There's 2 size shells, and we have black and tan available. So either or. A Elbit XLSH PVS 14, a Neurotos Rhino mount, and a USGI J-arm. This is the bayonet style, so be advised. Yeah, so not a whole lot of thrills, but this gets you a helmet, it gets you a mount, it gets you a night vision device you can go see in the dark. The second bundle here on the table, I put together for around the $5,000 mark. It includes an Elbit XLSH PVS 14. I did these prices at the hand-pick selection, so you could save a little bit of money, you know, getting through the inventory units and picking a lower spec tube, but I'll just go ahead and use the hand-pick price. An AX14 Noise Fighters J-arm, a Neurotos Rhino mount, Team Wendy bump again, and now we've included a D-Ball A3. This is a great laser, really good for beginners. It's got the Viz laser, so it's easy to zero. You don't have to go out at night and try to figure that out. That sucks. If you can, get a laser with an IR, a visible laser. Save you a lot of time. And that one came in right at $5,570.27. The third bundle on the table this one right here, is I put it together for around the $7,500 mark. That's what I was trying to get to. To start, we've got a Nocturne Tonto with an L3 filmless tube and RPO glass, a Noise Fighter AX14 J-arm, a G24. It's a big improvement over the Rhino mount. So G24, Tonto, AX14. We upgraded the helmet as well. OpsCore SF carbon bump helmet. It's one of the lightest weight helmets available. I use one of these personally. I really like it a lot. And I included OpsCore amps and amp arms. So you've got your night vision, your helmet, your mount, and your ear pro / comms at this $7,500 price point. The actual total was $7,624.50. The fourth bundle I put together right here on the table in the middle is, I was aiming for around the $9,000 price point with a laser. It includes a BMVD 1431 with Elbit XLSH tubes and Carson optics, a D-Ball D2, Wilcox G24, the OpsCore amps and amp headset, and again went back with the Team Wendy bump on this one. So the total for this package, $9,380.13 without the laser. Say you don't want a laser, don't need a laser, you're at $76.65. $76.65 is a good price point to have a full setup with binos. You know, if you just plan on aiming passively, you may not need the laser. I'd recommend it, but again, you know, if you only want to spend about $7,500 and you want white phosphor binos, that might be the setup for you. The fifth bundle on the table here I put together I was aiming for the $15,000 price point. I should have said this at the beginning, but I picked all these price points based on feedback that I've gotten from customers. Typically when people reach out to me and they ask for help selecting components for their setup, my first question is always, what is your budget? Because that's going to determine, you know, like where we're going to go. There's so many options. I kind of need to know, you know, what you're trying to spend, and do you want to spend a little bit more? Do you want to spend a little bit less? At any rate, this configuration right here, I was aiming for $15,000. It includes Nocturne katanas with Elbit PH tubes, the 2376 plus FOM tubes. It includes a OpsCore SF ballistic helmet, G24, a OpsCore amps, amp arms, and a B.E. Myers Mall. So with all these components here, the total is $15,487.53. Without the mall, it brings the total down to about $11,900. The last and final configuration or bundle on the table is this one right here. And I kind of went a little crazy, but some people like going a little crazy when they swipe that credit card. So this one, for this package, I was aiming for about $20,000. I went over it. The real total per just website pricing is $22,551.36. It includes the new AB Night Vision RMVG-A with L3 filmless tubes and RPO lightweight glass, G24, a OpsCore XR ballistic helmet. It's like the next step up from the SF. A Wilcox Raid XE, OpsCore amps and amp arms, and a Jerry C5 clip-on thermal imager. All right, so we just took you through 6 different complete setups ranging from a $3,500 entry level, you know, more affordable night vision setup all the way to a $22,000 and change, really high-end, nice setup. All of them would work great, but at the end of the day, what you plan to accomplish with night vision should dictate the selections you make. The cost is simply a constraint or a hurdle to overcome. If you have any questions about this stuff, give us a call. We'd like to talk to you about it, go over it with you. We now offer financing on our website, so you can check that out too. Not necessarily advocating for it, but it's there. If it fits your financial situation, if it works for you, if they give you a good interest rate, go fill out an application. Maybe it works for you. I'm not sure. At any rate, get down in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, if there's any other configurations that we didn't do that you want us to go through, I'd love to talk about it. Go check out our social medias, and as always, like, share, subscribe our videos. We really appreciate that. Thanks. Have a great day.